Dr. Swamy, VHS members and you have been very vocal on the recent incident that happened at Palghar in Maharashtra, which is north or northwest of Mumbai, where two sadhus and their driver were brutally killed by a mob last week. So I would request for your reaction and what do you think in the background, because you have been very active and our BHS team has been active. So I would like to have your reaction and a little bit of the background, because earlier you had represented 2 terms the city of Bombay, Mumbai Northeast. So please we wish to have your reaction to this issue of the Palghar brutal killing of our 2 sons and his driver and their driver.
Well, it's a very shocking incident. Of course, murder is always shocking, but this is two completely unarmed people who are sadhus, recognized sadhus. I mean, there are lots of bogus sadhus also, but these were recognized sadhus. And they come in a vehicle, and their driver is an ordinary person. He also is completely unarmed. And they are pulled out of the car, and then they are beaten in such a way that even describing it is very tragic. And they all die. And so this is a murder. And therefore, the question is why and who did it? The argument that they were thought of coming, there were people who were suspected of coming for organ trade. That's absolutely bogus. You don't come with bare hands for organ trade. And that too in a local area where they are essentially in terms of without an organization. And then they are hit. The chairman of the local committee, elected committee, is a lady who is from BJP. She tried to stop it, and they pushed her down, and then went ahead. Numerous blows, leaving no bones unbroken. And the post-mortem report, which I've got from the Bombay police, is shocking. It's quite close to Bombay. You know that this has not happened in Palghar, but a little further away from Palghar, but in the district of Palghar, the new district of Palghar. And Palghar, you know, Jagdish Shetty, that we had a demonstration in favor of the agriculturalists. Many years ago. I think it was probably 1982 or 83, like that. And myself and Dandavate came, and Sharad Pawar's chief minister threatened us with the arrest. We said go ahead, and ultimately all he did is put us in a bus and made us go around a roundabout, the traffic roundabout, and then opened the bus doors and said, your arrest is over, which was ridiculous, but it was a drama, because he saw the huge crowds that we had collected, the good cause, so he didn't want to do it. So we know from that, and that time onwards, and I was twice MP from Northeast Bombay, which is probably the closest point of Bombay through New Bombay. I have been noticing that there was an increasing growth of Naxalites, Islamic militants, and Christian missionaries. And the dominant persons were, of course, the Christian missionaries, but the Christian missionaries always have had, in all parts of India, good relations with the Naxalites. So I think it was basically a pre-programmed determination that they would create lawlessness by killing these two sadhus, and it will be a challenge to the Hindutvavadis to say, all right, what is it that you can do? And this encouragement has come partly because the Maharashtra government has gone partly into the hands of the Congress. And the Congress, without any proof, without any investigation, I've checked with the police. Nobody asked no Congress leader who has spoken on this had asked any of the police about the true state of affairs. And they announced that this is all part of a communal, drama that has been played. So what we need now is to know the truth in a format where people believe you. It's no use two parties making accusations against another. So I would say that a full-fledged inquiry should be ordered by the police. The question is which police? I was told that the police in Palghar itself was either too terrified or otherwise complicit and did absolutely nothing. So as long as this kind of allegation is there, even if it's not true, the Supreme Court, in case after case, and I've fought and won in Tamil Nadu 2-3 cases like this, where the High Court has said that the matter is referred to the CBI. So I would say the CBI inquiry is necessary. I have sent message to Uddhav that this is basically targeting you. If there's anything that the people there locally gain, it is that you should be removed, and then make it perhaps that you, since you would have, according to them, no place to go, so we may even accept a Congress chief minister. So that is a reason why I want him to refer this matter to the CBI. So irrespective of which government is in power, there will be an independent inquiry. But I think now we are seeing this pattern all over the country. And I think the Home Ministry must now become much more active in this matter and not be afraid of criticism and get to the bottom of this. This has to be seen in the context of so many other things that are happening. Why would the Prime Minister of Pakistan attack me for a thing I never said? By using truncated tapes of my past interviews and make out that I've decided to go in for genocide of Muslims. When nothing of the kind was said by the practice that under a clandestine way, a Canadian company came to interview me, but actually it was owned by Pakistanis. I didn't know it was owned by Pakistanis. The people who arranged for it and recommended that I should give them an interview, they have been working with me on news channels in other matters. They probably also did not know about this. So I think there is a plan now somehow to discredit India in the eyes of the world, because they can't discredit India in the eyes of India. Because what they are speaking amongst themselves, including on this corona virus matter, they are saying that there is increasing Hindu consolidation taking place. And this Hindu consolidation will ensure that BJP will come to power for a long time. Not only 2024, but 2029, 2034, like that. Because Hindus being 82%, therefore Hindu consolidation, even of 40% means guaranteed majority. So I think therefore what they are trying to do is somehow those forces in the international sphere who are totally against any country in Asia being out of their control, like George Soros. These are called the deep state, people who have been sent by them to India, like Raghuram Rajan. All these people, they want to get control of India. And these are the experiments that are going on. And I would like to see that there should be an immediately there should be a CBI inquiry. the truth come out, let the matter go to court, let everybody make their own presentations. From our side, Ishkaran Bandari has now actually formally written to the Chief Minister, and if the Chief Minister replies, that's good. If he doesn't reply, then we get a basis for filing a PIL in the Supreme Court.
Thank you, Dr. Swamy, for your views on Palghar. I wish to remind our viewers that our VHS team in Maharashtra, led by Dr. Sanjay,
That's right.
Raju Harsora, Natraj Shetty have been active on this front, and they have immediately rushed to the rescue of the families, especially of the driver Nilesh Teldadi, who is from Kandivali. And yesterday, some of our well-wishers and supporters of Dr. Swamy and VHS, VHP visited the house of the family. That poor driver had a wife, a mother, and two children known as Shalini and Sanika. And they were just totally wrecked on what happened in the last week. Some of our friends and well-wishers have donated an ex gratia payment of 51,000 rupees. And the one trust, Kalgurkar Pratishthan, has decided to adopt those children for their education. And a lot of support has been pouring in. So I congratulate the Kargulkar Pratishthan and whereas the VHS members in Maharashtra and Mumbai for their timely action. Incidentally, I wish to tell our viewers that Dr. Swamy, as a member of parliament, has adopted already in the last 3 years 2 villages of this backward and remote district of Maharashtra, Palghar, and 2 villages he has adopted under the Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana. These villages, one is Kodad, which is looked after by our VHS member Srimati Aruna Acharya, and there is another village which recently Dr. Swamy visited, and a Bharat Mata Mandir a foundation was laid. One village also in Palghar, which is looked after by the Sankhe family. So under the Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana, Dr. Swamy is already familiar with this district, and that is why we have adopted these 2 villages in remote backward district of Maharashtra. This is for the benefit of our